All right. Hi, guys. So it's been a while since we've gotten to talk, but I noticed that when we did our distance and displacement activity the other day that we were struggling maybe after watching the video. So what I've done is I put together some practice for you to do. I'm going to walk you through a couple of them, and then you're going to try it on your own for today's activity, and I'm sure you're super excited about it. So if you look on the screen, you should be able to see everything I'm reading to you, but we'll just review. So distance is the total length of space traveled, and it's going to cover basically just retracing that person or thing's steps from its starting point to its ending point, the total number of steps. And then displacement is actually just the space between, or the length of space traveled from point A to point B in a straight line. So it's just the space between point A and point B. It could be along that, the line that they traveled, or it could be like a through space that they didn't actually go on. So I have an example here that I put together. Mrs. Raichel walks her dogs north down the street for 50 feet. She turns right and walks another 40 feet east. And then she turns right again and walks another 50 feet south. So with this assignment, you're actually going to draw a picture to try to work them out. And I wanted to show you the tools you can use on slides in order to solve those or to draw those pictures. So if you go up here to the arrow and you click the little down tab and select your line, I like to pick arrow. So you're going to determine where you're going. And if I was walking north, then I would start at the bottom and draw my line up. So I'm going to draw a straight line up. It doesn't matter how long it is. However, I do see that I'm walking 50 feet north, and then eventually I'll be walking 50 feet south. So I'm going to make those lines the same. But after I walked 50 feet north, I turned right and walked another 40 feet east. So I'm going to make a shorter line and go up to this tool and the arrow. And from the point that I ended, I'm going to draw a shorter line. And then one more line to show when I turned and walked another 50 feet south. So now I could write in here that this is where I started, that's point A, and this is where I ended, that's point B. This line right here was 50 feet. This line right here was 40 feet. And this one right here was another 50 feet. So, thinking about what is total distance, looking back up here, the total length of space traveled, then I'm going to add up 50 plus 40 plus 50, which equals 140. You do need to include a unit of measurement. So what was I measuring? It was feet. So the total distance traveled was 140 feet. But then for displacement, this is that length of space traveled from point A here to point B, but it's just the shortest possible line. And in this case, it's over space that hasn't actually been traveled. But you should be able to see that I traveled 50 feet up, but I traveled another 50 feet back, so they kind of cancel each other out. And what is the space between A and B? It's 40 feet. So my total displacement is actually, so you would do 50, not 50. You would just write 40 feet, but then you do have to identify the direction that you traveled. And how do I get from point A to point B? If I traveled east this direction, then it's 40 feet east. Okay? So that example is going to be available for you to refer back to. And then I'll do one more with you. And this is what you'll have. So looks like my text boxes have gotten moved. So I'll have to move those for you guys before I actually assign this. But that's okay. So in each of these text boxes, you'll see you've got your example here or your actual problem there. Then in the first box, you'll draw your picture using the lines. In the second box, you'll do your distance. And in the third box will be your displacement. And there's only 10 problems for you to go through. And they all only have 2 directions that are being traveled. So for this one, Mrs. D walks her dogs 5 blocks up the street and then 3 blocks back down. This one does not have directions on it. So you're just going to say either blocks up or blocks down. So to draw this picture, we go up to our tool, find your arrow. The problem says 5 blocks up, so we're going to start from the bottom and go straight up first. And then I think she probably just turned back around and walked another 3 blocks back. But you don't want to draw a line over a line. That's hard to see. So we'll just pretend 3 blocks would probably be about that. We should label it. So this is 5 blocks up. And it's okay that it looks a little wonky. This is just for you to be able to actually visualize the problem. 3 blocks down. And here we've got A. And somewhere over here is point B. So started here at point A, ended at point B. The total distance is, you just add it all up. So it's 5 blocks plus 3 blocks. And that equals 8 blocks. I'm going to make sure that my answer is all on the same line. So the total distance traveled was 8 blocks. There were no feet or miles or meters or anything like that for this one. It's just Jolene. It's just the blocks. And then for distance, you're going to find the for displacement, you're going to find how far actually from point A to point B. Total, this is just a difference. This should look like a number line to you guys. So it's 5 blocks minus 3 blocks. What's this space right here? 2 blocks. So 5 blocks minus 3 blocks equals, next line, 2 blocks. Now for this one, you do need a direction. So it's either is she 2 blocks up from where she started or 2 blocks down from where she started? And because the B is higher, we're going to say she's 2 blocks up. All right. Well, you've heard one of my cats yell at the dogs outside. Hopefully you've been able to follow along with the video. If you have any questions, please send messages on Google Classroom and I can help you out. I also would really like for you guys to go back in and fix the assignment from Monday. I have graded it. You can see what you've gotten. Hopefully after this assignment, it'll make a little bit more sense and you can go back and get and improve your score on the first assignment. All right. Good luck and let me know how you do and if you've got any questions. See you later.